prayer, meditation, gratitude, all of these practices and habits have been around for thousands and thousands and thousands of years, not just because people have felt that they connect them to a higher power, but because people feel that those things connect them to their inner power. They feel that those practices and habits connect them to themselves. When we pray, what are we doing? We're speaking out loud, we're thinking out loud. How often do we take a moment to even reflect on our thoughts and how we speak to ourselves and the words that get processed up here? But when we pray, we get an opportunity to get a snapshot, a picture into our minds and what's really happening up there. So prayer is a way that you actually get to know yourself better. When you sit in meditation, whether you sit in silence or whether you breathe and focus on your breath, or whether you visualize or listen to sounds or mantras, whichever meditation form you do, it's probably the only time in the day that you actually give your mind space. It's probably the only time in the day where you're not giving your mind pressure, that cognitive load of having to process all the insignificant sights and sounds of the streets, of the horns of cars, of the traffic, the hustle and bustle of the city. It's the only time of the day where your cognitive load is not stretched. When you give to yourself that silence, you can truly hear what's going on inside. You can hear in between the lines. You know, we often say that you're reading in between the lines, but in silence you can actually hear in between the lines, because it's the first time that you're allowing yourself to switch off the noise. How many times have you ever felt that there's just this broken record in your mind? The same thing keeps going round and round and round, and when you experience silence, you're able to press pause. Then you can almost use your mind like a remote control and press rewind and press fast forward and go back to thoughts and mindsets that you actually want to live by, or practices and habits. So these practices of prayer, meditation, gratitude, they actually help us understand ourselves better, and that's why people have been doing them for thousands of years.